I just came out for my morning walk, but I had to run back inside to get the camera because it's just so beautiful out here. So do you want to walk with me for a minute? I know I'm biased because this is my place, and I know it probably isn't actually showing up on the camera because these things never do, but everything is covered with like a frosty dew. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's frost, but it's on the cusp of being frost. So there's like sparkling crystals all over everything, and it's so gorgeous. And the birds are out. They're all squeaking and squawking and cheeping. Oh, I love it. Let me turn you around. Look, all the bracken is going brown now. It's funny how, I don't know how it shows up on the camera, but we're in complete shade here now. And this is the first time I've walked out here at this time and have been in shade on this part of the field, because obviously the sun is right over there, so it's behind these trees. So the sun is much lower in the sky now. It's crazy the way it changes during the year, you know. Look at that. Can you see that? Spider's web. Ah, that is absolutely gorgeous. If the camera even picks it up. I really wish that the camera would work like our eyes, you know, and pick up the beauty of these. Well, I suppose they do, but you need to get those really, really expensive ones with the fancy lenses, and you need to also know how to use them. I'm not sure that I've got the patience for all that, if I'm honest. Maybe one day. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to finish my walk, and then I'm going to get to work. So I've been doing a little bit of work in the open barn. So I got a scythe. So you'll remember when I tried to clear a space to put the logs properly, there was all this hay and straw and other kind of things like that. And I bagged them all up, and I've now put most of them in a compost heap. So, what is that noise? That sounds like an aircraft. Ooh. I was doing some scything, so I scythed a bit and I put a layer of grass in the compost heap. Then I put a layer of the hay and straw, another layer of grass, another layer of straw, until I got too tired to scythe anymore. So I'm going to carry on with that job today. I have to show you this before I go back to the house. Oh, hang on. Am I blocking out the light? Look at, can you see these webs? They're all over everything. See? So when you turn around, every single one of these stalks, these flower heads, let me get a bit closer. They're all covered in webs. All of this, this half of the field, every single one of these plants is absolutely covered in web. It looks magical. Oh, if only cameras were like eyes, I tell you. Anyway, I'm gonna really stop the video there for now, and I will catch you when I'm back over there in the barn. Okay, so let me show you what I've done here in the open barn. Oh look, the heron. Oh, you won't be able to see it. There's a shame. Anyway, okay, you'll remember when I cleared that corner over there so that I could start stacking those logs up, I filled up bags and bags, about 18 bags. I didn't want to put them all on the heap in one go because I looked it up, and those are considered to be brown materials. And you know, you have to have a good mixture of green and brown in order to make good compost. All gardeners know that. I don't know why I'm telling you, because probably most of you are gardeners. Anyway, I don't know if you can see these bits that are a bit browner. So I scythed all of those, and I then put layers of the grass and then the brown stuff. So this bed, luckily, not bed, this bay was already here, this compost bay, but it didn't have a front, and I found this was on the floor over here. So I checked underneath to make sure, because sometimes under these corrugated sheets you get little, you know, lizards, or they're not newts, but they look like little lizards or something. They live under them, but there weren't any, so I just repurposed it for the wall here. So that's how I got rid of most of those bags. And then if we pop back in, I'll show you some of the other bits and pieces. So, I mean, it's still, if you look at it, it still looks a right mess, doesn't it? But it's so much better than it was. So over here we had quite a lot of rubbish, so I've gone through all of that and sorted it out. So either it's gone into recycling or it's gone into the black bin bags. Over here there were quite a few, there were some logs here that I thought, oh, I'll cut those up. But then when I picked them up, they were very light, and I thought, actually, these have already started rotting. Not rotting, but you know, where wood looks like it's got its full shape, but it's incredibly light, almost like driftwood. I thought there might be some sort of insects or whatever living in those. But anyway, either way, it'll make a good sort of thing to put on a habitat pile. So anyway, look, I'm happy with this area because this is relatively tidy. It's not the way I would like it in the end. I would like to do like a proper bay here to put wood all the way up until here. But for now, it'll do. I just needed something quick. And then once I've got the money to buy some wood, I can make a proper store. So I'm just taking you around here to show you. Oh, can you even see it? No, I think, let me move. Maybe you can just about make that out. So this, in this old bed frame, I've been piling up all of the smaller branches and twigs. They'll make good kindling. And what else do I want to show you? Is this boring? It's just that I feel really happy with what I've done because, hang on. So you may not remember, but over here there was this bench thing that's sitting here. It was this way, and there was a gate here that was tied onto some posts or something over there, and there was all rubbish in front of it, rubbish on this side of it. I've managed to clear all of that. Actually, let me show you what my husband brought. So in my last video, if you watched it, you'll remember that I was trying to split wood. So I think he watched it. He was really not impressed. So he's gone out and he's bought these this set. So it's got a big axe, a little axe, and a grenade thing. I haven't taken it out of the box. Blimey, that's heavy. Hang on. So I'm guessing you put it in the middle of the wood and then you hammer that end and it splits it open. So I can give that a go and see how that is. Now, I'm really scared of axes, so I don't know how I feel, to be honest, about using this. But the good thing about this one is that it's got a hammer end. But what I find really scary is you might be hammering and then boom, accidentally axed yourself in the forehead. Is that physically possible? I don't know. I guess not, otherwise they wouldn't design it like this, I suppose. But anyway, so yeah, that's that. So the heap clearing of that has been ongoing. So you can see that I have done a fair amount of work there. Because if you imagine, look at that height. It was that height all the way along here and all in front of here as well. So it's just that it feels still like there's a mountain to climb. But when I think about actually how big it was, it makes me feel a little bit better. So some of it I've been putting, like these really rubbishy bits, I've been putting in the raised beds that I've got, sort of almost like borrowing an idea from Hygge culture. Anyway, yeah, the nicer sort of twigs and stuff. So something like, I can't reach over that over there. I'm gonna pick all that up and go and put it in a corner somewhere so that it can just be a habitat pile. Isabel from My Wild Welsh Garden. Oh, Isabel, I can't remember the exact name of your channel. Suggested doing that. So I am going to do that with the sticks that are a little bit longer and can create more of a house, so to speak. Because I know I've seen a lot of spiders. You know, if you have a pile of sticks, it's Spiderville. Now, the other thing I have to do is I've been clearing this mound of stuff that was here. Whatever was here has rotted down, turned itself into lovely compost, but it's got nettle all through it. See those roots there? So there's the plant. So yeah, I need to, it's getting a bit harder now because I'm going to need to, I can't just, you know, gather it into a bucket with my hands because it's getting a bit more compacted now. So I'll have to sort this pile out, and I'll tell you why I want to do that. Well, A, for tidiness, because there's only a small gap to get out of that barn there. But if you come over here, so you see this bathtub? I don't know how or what, basically haven't had the chance to observe it enough, but water goes into this Dutch barn, and I'm worried that it's going to start ruining my stuff. So I'm thinking, you see, if I come down a bit, this level is quite high here, so I'm going to try and take all of this mud away to bring the level down, because can you see there's the step and there's the level of the mud. So I want to bring that level down, because I would like, instead of it flowing down that way, water comes and it goes that way. I want it to go that way because there's a little ditch here that runs all the way along over there. So I want it to flow into there. So I need to figure out how I can encourage the water to do that. Because looking at it now, I don't understand why it's going in there, because it shouldn't be coming here and there. It should be coming here. That's the easiest path. So I don't really know what's happening. So that needs sorting out. I'm going to have a good look at that. First things first, I have to put my apron on. So I bought this because I keep ruining my clothes. I always wear sort of my rough clothes when I'm outside working, because I don't know how it happens, but they always manage to get ruined, really dirty or ripped. I just think, even if I try to be careful, I'm just too careless with my clothes. And I've got a terrible habit of just wiping my hands on my clothes as well, or even, you know, if I'm wearing gloves, my gloves on my clothes. So yeah, I'm just ruining too many things. So, nice apron. Well, it's not nice, it's actually hideous, I hate it, but it'll do the job. And I got a black one to hide the marks. Because the thing is, I wash my clothes and the stains are still on there. And I don't like using like that really strong, well, brands that shall not be named, really strong stuff a lot to remove stains, because it's not that great for, well, we've got a septic tank. No, is it called a septic tank? Well, anyway, it's a private drainage system. So I don't want to be putting loads of really harsh chemicals down there. So I've got this water pump. So I'm going to first drain the water out of that bathtub and then see what's what. So this angle is probably not great for you to see exactly what I'm doing, but it started raining out here and I don't want my phone to get wet. I'll just dash out with the phone quickly so you can have a look. So I've just popped the pump in there and I'm just draining out the water into the ditch. And I'm very happy to see actually that the water is travelling that way. So that is very good. So I want to empty this bath so that I can flip it around. So you see that hole over there? Oh, that's terrible filming. I'm going to flip it around so that the hole is over here, because then I'm hoping the water will run down that way and into the ditch rather than that way. Plus, if I take the soil level down around over there, that might help as well. Anyway, I'll leave that to run for a little while. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. It actually did go down quite low, but I noticed that there were little, I don't know what they are, but these little bugs swimming around in the water. So I thought actually I won't empty it completely. What I might do is I'll get a bucket of rainwater from somewhere and strain these leaves through it, just to make sure that, because I don't want to leave all this sludge in there. I want to get rid of it, but I don't want to be just throwing out loads of water bugs into the compost. So yeah, I'll strain these leaves through a bucket of rainwater. Any bugs will come out and the leaves can then go on the compost heap. Oh my God, this is heavy. Oh, okay. Oh God. Yeah? Oh, okay, I'm coming. This is clearly not a one-person job and I'm being summoned for my lunch, so I'll come back later. So I've totally chickened out of doing that job with the bathtub, because I don't want to turn it around if it's going to cause me extra problems. So what I've been finding when I do things here, I'm speaking in particular about inside the house, when I do something that I think, oh, there's something wrong with that, let me fix it. It then brings up 5 other problems, like the radiator was leaking, I tried to sort that out. It's a simple fix, you just tighten a nut. It just brought up loads of other problems. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to get a bathtub waste, like an overflow waste thing, so that I can direct the pipe into the ditch from the waste, so that when water overflows into that hole, instead of finding its way into this Dutch barn, it will work its way down into the ditch. But for now, I've just been trying to sort out this pile. So you can see I've done most of it. All of this I've taken to nearly flat, and then there's just that stuff to go, and then further along behind the bathtub there, the bit that goes towards the door. So I'm gonna crack on with this. I've just found this little one in the pile, so I'm gonna have to stop digging here. Let me check that I haven't harmed him. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. Right. Oh, he's so cute. Or she. Yeah, I think I'll leave this pile. I'll just move on to over there and do that bit in there. And then once I finish that, if I've got the energy, I'm going to go and get on with the scything. I've still got 3 or 4 bags in here of things that I can pop onto the compost heap. So I'd like to get them mixed in with a bit of grass. Anyway, I will leave the video there and I'll catch you again next time.